This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
And good evening to you here at 7 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullen, social distancing in my temporary home studio.
And I'm Amanda Starrentino at the RTV6 studios. Here's the latest on the coronavirus and its impact on Indiana. Today, we learned Indiana's death toll from COVID-19 is moving closer to 1,964 to be exact. The number of confirmed cases in our state, more than 17,000, and more than 91,000 Hoosiers have been tested, with 18% testing positive. And Marion County residents have stepped up to help the IU School of Medicine with a study to see how far COVID-19 has spread in our community. The project is called Tracking Asymptomatic COVID-19 Through Indianapolis Communities, TACTIC for short. RTV6's Cornelius Hawker shares with us the progress they've made in less than a week.
The interest at this point has been outstanding.
Dr. James Wood is talking about the overwhelming response he and his team were met with when they asked for volunteers to take part in their study.
We're hoping to be able to kind of continue and enroll more people as we move on, but right now we're actually at capacity.
The study, Tracking Asymptomatic COVID-19 Through Indianapolis Communities, will give us a better picture of how widespread the virus is by identifying silent carriers. At the beginning of this week, test kits were prepped and delivered to the front porches of study participants like Haley Trussell.
I think that this is going to be kind of something hard to navigate for a while.
That's why Haley wanted to participate, to make a difference during this difficult time by providing researchers with sound data to better understand COVID-19. Sue Stewart is another participant.
I can't cure the common cold. I can't cure this. But I maybe help somebody avoid this.
Sue is happy to help with this study because, in her words, the more we know about this virus, the better.
You know what to avoid, how to stop it, slow it down, what to do, what not to do.
Although this study is full, Dr. Wood says you should be on the lookout for future research projects related to COVID-19.
We're looking for folks, and if they are interested, we'll certainly get their information and be in contact.
One of the best parts about this study is that they're taking the test to the actual participants following social distancing guidelines. That way they can stay safe and they're able to reach people across all sorts of different backgrounds. Working for you, Cornelius Hawker, RTV6.
And everyone who participates in this study has not tested positive for COVID-19. The TACTIC study is one of the first in the U.S. to include children. Researchers are still trying to determine the full impact of coronavirus on kids and how they spread it.
Teachers and students alike are learning how to handle this new normal of e-learning. At 5, you heard from the students. Now at 7, our Kelsey Anderson is getting the teacher side of this equation.
Teachers right now are finding themselves in a position they've never been. They're sitting at a computer all day trying to make a virtual connection with their students. And after talking to them, these are the messages they want their students to know.
You're missed and you're loved by your teachers. And we're really putting in probably more time than we would in a typical day.
Lori LaBelle teaches physical education at Mount Vernon, and she says teaching it online is difficult, but she's making it work.
We haven't given up, and we certainly want you to keep plugging along and sticking with us.
And Ed Dietz is a teacher at Burkhart Elementary. He recently was awarded Teacher of the Year, and he wants his students to remember this as we continue to navigate through these unprecedented times.
The teachers and I all miss our students very much, but we are very thankful that you are doing a lot of hard work for us and would like to remind you to keep reading. I know that I will.
Of course, nobody knows right now exactly what the 2021 school year is going to look like, and both teachers say if we all stick together, we can make it through this. I'm Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
And thank you, Kelsey. Well, you can feel the difference. Temperatures as much as 25 degrees cooler than yesterday. Tomorrow, even cooler than that. But then you see the trend as we step into the month of May and first weekend of May. Temperatures will rocket right back into the 70s. Doesn't last all that long, but we'll take it. Slow moving, low pressure. 2 speeds, slow and stop. It will spin in the lower Great Lakes over Michigan the next 24 to 36 hours, and that will have its impact on the Hoosier State in 2 ways. First, with periods of rain, cooler temperatures for sure and some windy conditions. Nice little downpour in southwest Marion County now. You can see the rain through Greenfield, Shelbyville. That arcs its way down to Columbus, just to the west of Seymour, and then southeast of Bedford. That's what's over the state now. This will spin through as we go through the overnight and then be around during the day tomorrow. That's the impact of the low pressure area. There are your low-hanging clouds. It looks more like a fall day than a spring day. Temperature 54 in Indy, 60 in Muncie. Temperatures tomorrow will be about 10 degrees cooler all day long. As we go through the night tonight, a few showers. Again, nothing real heavy. You may have a brief heavier downpour, but in general, that coverage will be spotty. There are your temperatures tomorrow, way off the mark. They'll be in the 40s for high temperatures. We'll talk about this being rock bottom and then temperatures warming steadily, at least through the weekend coming up.
Thanks, Kevin. New developments. A 21-year-old man has been arrested in connection with the death of an Indianapolis mail carrier. Investigators believe Tony Cushingberry shot and killed Angela Summers Monday afternoon in the 400 block of North Denny Avenue. Yesterday, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service offered up a reward up to $50,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the shooter. And so far, no arrests have been made after an overnight shooting on the south side sent 4 young people to the hospital. The Metro Police are looking for the reasons behind an early morning shootout Wednesday that left 4 young people wounded. The shooting happened just before 1 this morning at Perry Park near Stop 11 Road and Meridian Street. All 4 victims are expected to survive. 2 are juveniles and the other 2 are young adults. None are over the age of 20. At least 4 others who were at the scene are being questioned by investigators about what led to the gunfire. And the NCAA is moving forward with a plan to allow some college athletes to be paid. Today, the NCAA's Board of Governors approved a plan that would allow student athletes to be paid for endorsements, the use of their likeness, names, and other activities. The proposed rule changes still must be voted on by NCAA members at their convention in January. There's a huge controversy over the release of a new movie. It's not the move itself, but the way it's being released. Some insiders say it could signal an epic change in Hollywood. And it seems like every day we're hearing about possible coronavirus cures, but experts say be careful. The latest claim about a heartburn medicine could be more harmful than helpful.
Visit us at drugfree.org. This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Hollywood now making some adjustments in response to movie theaters still being closed. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez tells us how next year's Academy Awards will be different and how our new normal could be impacting the movie industry.
Next year's Academy Awards still nearly 10 months away, but already the coronavirus pandemic is leading to changes. Normally, a film has to be shown for at least a week in Los Angeles theaters to qualify for nomination for Best Picture and in other Oscars categories. But with coronavirus shutdowns in LA and across the country, the Academy now bending those rules, saying that for the 2021 awards only, films that had a previously planned theatrical release but are initially made available on a commercial streaming or video-on-demand service may qualify. The success of at least one movie that went straight to on-demand viewing instead of theaters, leading to another possible change in the film industry. Trolls World Tour, voiced by Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick, was forced to put off its theatrical opening, instead streaming into people's homes, reportedly earning Universal Studios $100 million in its first 3 weeks. Universal saying they're so happy with the success that once coronavirus-related restrictions are lifted, they may continue to release films on demand at the same time they premiere in theaters, sparking a strong reaction from the biggest theater chain in the country. AMC's CEO calling it unacceptable, adding, going forward, AMC will not license any Universal movies in any of our 1,000 theaters globally.
And AMC says that is not an empty threat, but they are willing to discuss it further with Universal, which the studio has agreed to do. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A new warning about a rumored treatment for coronavirus. Online searches and sales of the heartburn medication Pepcid started rising this week after news leaked about a trial using its main ingredient. But doctors warn there is no evidence to support that Pepcid has any effect on the virus, and they say never start taking any new drug daily without discussing with your doctor first. If you are stuck in stimulus check limbo, a simple hack might help. You can do this by going to the IRS website to check the status of your economic impact funds. But some people are still getting the payment status not available message. The folks at Twitter say they found a solution. They say you should enter your street address using all capital letters. They also say changing the way you abbreviate your address or leaving out punctuation also seems to help. From there, you can update your bank info so funds can be directly deposited. Again, this is all according to Twitter.
YouTube is making it easier for you to wade through the online rumor mill. They're rolling out a fact-checking feature this week. If you search for a controversial topic, you may see a panel at the top of the page that lets you know more about it. The fact-checker box appears with information about a debunked rumor. YouTube has been testing the fact-checker in other countries for a couple of years.
You're not alone when it comes to feeling alone during the social distancing and quarantine restrictions. Coming up, a mental health professional weighs in on how to manage isolation, stress, and fear during the pandemic.
April has been a cool month all in all, so it's only fitting that tomorrow will be our coolest day. We're in the 50s now. Find out how cool tomorrow will be coming up.
RTV6 is working for you.
No matter who you are, some days have been tougher than others when it comes to handling isolation, social distancing, abandoning routines, and missing loved ones. As we rebound from the depressing moments from this pandemic, we show you how you can manage your stress in this new normal. While we're shut in, many of you have turned to social media to reach out to friends, family, and even strangers. So I turned to social media and posted a question. As we navigate through these tough times, what are you all doing to manage the stress? What have you found for yourself that might help others too? You'll hear the responses in just a bit.
This time that we're going through is pretty unprecedented.
Dr. Danielle Henderson is a clinical psychologist at the IU School of Medicine, and during her virtual sessions, she's hearing a lot of fear and concern.
Grief with changes that they've had to make right now, events that they've maybe had to cancel, vacations that they've had to cancel, or maybe are questioning if they should even plan, a fear of the unknown, of what's to come, and also what's going on right now, fear for their health of their family.
Dr. Henderson says therapists are also hearing from patients who are concerned not enough people are taking serious measures to slow the spread of coronavirus seriously.
Maybe anxiety, frustration, uncertainty about how do I maybe continue doing some of these things while still abiding by these restrictions.
Anxiety is rising when it comes to abandoning our typical routines and adapting to these new schedules which have no clear end in sight. Boredom sets in when days start running together, a complaint Dr. Henderson has heard time and time again. She's advising patients to tap into deeper parts of themselves.
I've talked a lot about creativity and the importance of that, also thinking about with your daily schedule, what did you get out of that? In what ways was that rewarding?
She advises focusing on those rewards and positive qualities. Your answers to my Facebook post about managing the stress ran the gamut. Exercise, crocheting, meditation, poetry writing, taking on home projects, and jigsaw puzzles, just to name a few. All things to calm the mind or offer a creative outlet and distraction during Indiana's stay-at-home orders.
Our brains are trying to comprehend what's going on, and it's new for us. And so trying to be compassionate, loving towards yourself.
Dr. Henderson reminds us some days we have to take things hour by hour to manage the stress, and that's okay. Now, we have included a list of resources, phone numbers, and avenues you can take should you need to talk to someone or you need ideas on how to manage the stress. Just click on this story at theindychannel.com/rebound.
Mark, you mentioned exercise is one way to deal with stress as we get toward the weekend, the first weekend in May here. Some beautiful weather to get out, do some yard work, run, whatever it is you like to do. This area of rain was hiding from us, but we found it right in the heart of Marion County. Rain through downtown Indianapolis. It'll head to the east toward Lawrence, Castleton. The area may get up to Fort Bend, all that moving north and east. As far as other areas of rain, the larger area stretches from almost Muncie. It will go through Newcastle soon, Rushville, and then down to around Seymour. That pushes to the east. Then there'll be a lull in the rainfall. We'll just see these periods of rain for the next 24 hours. Metro temperatures, 53 in New Powell, 54 in Greenfield. Temperature in Zionsville also in the mid-50s. Remember yesterday, we were at 75 degrees at this hour. Still at 11 o'clock last night, temperatures were in the upper 60s. It's 45 in Gary, 49 in Chicago. There's foreshadowing for where our temperatures will be during the day tomorrow. The wind in eastern Indiana is more out of the south. In the western portion of the state, it's out of the west. It's the cooler west-northwest wind that will win out as we go through tomorrow, and it'll be strong. Thursday, tomorrow, 60% chance we'll see showers. We'll take Friday and Saturday. We turn the page into the month of May and dry out Friday and Saturday. The chance for showers and thunderstorms is there Sunday. It's not overwhelming. Temperatures will be well into the 70s, and we're dry again early next week. Temperatures are coolest tomorrow and warmest over the weekend. 48 Thursday, and then we flip the switch. We change the wind direction, and that will work wonders. Temperature by Saturday at 74. Sunday a little warmer than that. Tomorrow it's about a cool, strong northwest wind, and that will make the 40s feel even cooler than they actually will be. Showers around, 48 in Indy, 46 in Peru, lower 50s, Terre Haute to Columbus. The showers spin around low pressure that's pretty much stuck in lower Michigan. It will finally start to pull to the east, and that'll take the cloud shield with it on Friday, allow some sunshine, and that change in wind direction will also boost the temperatures. A great day. Pick any adjective you want for Saturday, 74. That chance for a thunderstorm on Sunday at 76. Early next week, temperatures will go the other way. Monday, 67 with a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Back to a chance for thunderstorms Tuesday, 64. We'll be in the lower 60s by the middle of next week. That's all for now. We'll be back with more of the news right after this.
RTV6 is working for you.
Good news for donut lovers. Long's Bakery says it will reopen Friday. The business posted the news on Facebook and Instagram. Only 4 customers will be allowed in at a time, and employees will have masks and gloves. Long's Bakery has been closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 2 locations. One is in the 1400 block of North Tremont Street on the west side. The other is on the south side on the 2300 block of East Southport Road.
And whether it's drive up or drive through, most of us have been getting at least a few meals in our cars lately, and many area restaurants have been stepping up in the process. Tonight we take you over to Greenfield, where curbside cuisine to go is picking up steam. Our Brad Brown has a closer look.
You'll have to go just a bit off the main path in Greenfield to find it, but when you do, you'll be glad to pull up and get your spot at the Mug.
It's been amazing. The community they've been so supportive. We are just so glad to be where we're at and to be able to have this community that supports us.
After a few weeks off to regroup, the Mug is now open, and they're back to the flat top and the fryer, serving up some Hoosier favorites.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And also having enough staff, but not having too much staff, that the staff can still be safe and social distance, being safe with orders that we're picking up from the window, just making sure that we're doing what we need to do to be safe.
The Mug's farm-to-curb cuisine is about as local as it gets. Just 6 miles down the road is Tyner Pond Farm. That's where the meat comes from for the burgers and one of the best breaded tenderloins in the area. The Frosty Mug was on this same site for more than 50 years. The old car hop order system is still in place. For now, though, it's walk-ups only. Soon enough, the patio and the parking lot will be back in action.
In summertime, it explodes. We've got the park right across the street. We have a pool right down the road. It's just a great atmosphere. We'll have cornhole out. Families will be here playing games and just hanging out. It's wonderful to see people support local. I mean, there's a lot of chain restaurants, but it's really nice when you see that people want to support their local, small, mom and pop type restaurants. So that's really encouraging for us.
The Mug also has a location in Indy's Irvington neighborhood. They're closed for now, but looking forward to having that one opened up soon. Over in Greenfield, you can order online for pickup and delivery Thursday through Sunday. We also want to give a shout out to Costas Grill in Greenfield. They're open for carryout, serving up Greek favorites like gyros and kebabs, burgers and salads as well. They're open Monday through Saturday until 8 p.m. Working for you, Brad Brown, RTV6.
And the rain in the eastern portion of the state just cleared Anderson, Muncie to Rushville, and then Columbus and Seymour are next as that marches to the east. Guys?
Thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. Our next newscast is tonight at 11. We'll see you then.